I think Miami is a team that feels like they're hitting their stride. Katie Meyer said that that was the best that they have played as a team all season in Louisville, and we'll see how they match up.
Tech will miss Sarah Bates because of how dependable she is with her ball handling, doesn't really turn it over.
A Mason hit on the other end for Miami that Georgia Tech was just getting into a rhythm, and as she is concerned with Bates out of the lineup, how that will be. But boy, Kiara Fletcher, who sees Santa Barbara, never played for Kansas State, but has made a big impact as the shot clock is dying for Miami. They need a shot, and not only do they get one from Taylor Mason, but it goes in.
You have to limit Miami from the outside. They are terrific on the drive, can beat you off of the bounce, but if they get going from long range, that's when they're at their best tonight, because the front line for Georgia Tech with Hermosa and Cubaj are tough on the glass and very physical. Of this Miami team, a team that, Pam, we watched come back down 23 in the first quarter on the road at Pitt.
Yeah, it was an unbelievable win. They were down 21 after one quarter of play.
Meyer hasn't been happy with their shot selection at all times, but in that Louisville game, they shot a season high from both the field and the three-point line, so a lot of confidence there.
Definitely working on that outside shot. Already a really good defensive player. Miami can't save it. And here's McQueen in the open court, and she very coolly.
You'll see some possessions where it looks like almost four players are on one side of the floor, but they want to attack through the high post if they can. And there's that lefty stroke.
And Georgia Tech missed their first two shots from the floor. They've hit all five since, and that tough one from McQueen, nothing but net. Outside shot, both teams coming out of the dressing rooms on fire. The University of Miami, they don't really have a true center. They had Beatrice Montpremier last year, who was tremendous, moved on to the WNBA, and then off glass, Hermosa's turn. It's the first shot that Miami has missed tonight. They had hit their first five from the floor. Outside, Lotman.
Doing leading into the season, leading into league play, and boy, she's just a different player. Energy, looking to be aggressive offensively, makes Miami tough to guard when she's also looking for a shot. That's not her primary role.
Fletcher is playing at about 100%. That's what Coach Fortner told us, that she is totally back, and that's City Baba getting inside. Nebraska.
Right here, City Baba, good hesitation.
Trying to end this first quarter where both teams have shot the ball very well. Fletcher lost it momentarily, and then the sweet pass over to Love, who beats the buzzer.
Driving to the rim, and so she can take a hit and keep going.
Brings the ball up for the Yellow Jackets. Guarded by Banks. Lotman nailed it. Wow. And she was talking about that, how the players just kind of have trust and faith in each other. They've played with each other so long, those upperclassmen. And everything is just like second nature to them. And now the biggest lead of the night. Yeah, it's disaster's second quarter, I should say. And Bondu breaks a huge drought. And that was the concern for Coach Katie Meyer, was that they might not have their legs. Cubaj with the nice finish in the paint.
But Georgia Tech got off to this kind of lead at Wake Forest. They are a better road team according to the numbers than they are a home team in some stretches in ACC. There's Mbondu again.
McQueen, I think she's left-handed, and she nailed that one. Harden, that's a tough shot, pretty good defense.
There gets a bucket. She's really one of the players besides Mbondu that's been in a little bit of a rhythm offensively, but you can't let Fletcher just get right to the rim.
And Georgia Tech outscoring Miami 15-7 in this quarter, make it 17-7. Well, Georgia Tech with some great balanced scoring. All the way around. Aryevitz from three.
Increased the lead, which is incredible. So yeah, we're full of corrections coming off halftime.
Yes.
But I will say this, we have had Miami 3 times in a row. We have Pitt, Louisville, and now Georgia Tech.
City Baba comes up with it for the Hurricanes. Bondu, good closeout by Lotman, and then from the outside, Kelsey Marshall, who did not hit a field goal in the first half.
Speed this game up and take some risks defensively.
Cubaj, quick pass, nicely done over to Hermosa, who calmly buries it on the baseline. And Bondu, nice. Heard Marshall over in the corner, and she nailed it.
Confident North Carolina team coming off of a win against Notre Dame, taking on the #1 Louisville Cardinals. And Stephanie Watts and Holoshinska and company. And they had a 3-game losing streak. And then beat Notre Dame. But that's what youth does, a very young Tar Heel team. Well, ours are, we've got about, well, 2 and 1 goes to the officials. We've got 1 apiece and 1 goes to the refs.
Cubaj, nice little hook. 272 for Raquana, and I think Kelsey right now is at 230. Well, she comes back next year.
That's true.
And underneath the finish, how about, that's love again, isn't it? The leaders, the senior and the upper class leaders of this team, but that's kind of a nice luxury, and they've had great balance scoring tonight. That's just a sweet feed into Cubaj. Georgia Tech's done a good job of getting back and stopping Miami's transition offense, but not that time as Marshall drove it in. Quickly getting it over to Marshall. Dumps it down to Roby, count it.
Really, if you want to crawl back into this, get an offensive bucket. Blue-collar stats.
And Goni, Roby, and Aryevich, 3 bench players starting the 4th quarter for Tech.
At top of the zone, she's got a 6'9" wingspan, number 14 right there on the ball. Good defense at the rim by Roby.
Fletcher working underneath against Mason.
No box out on Cubaj.
As Virginia takes on Virginia Tech, always a fun battle when those two teams play. And cap your night off with Notre Dame and Pittsburgh. First you were, and now you're not.
I said I'm from Virginia, but I'm from Northern Virginia. Okay. Off on that, but gets her offensive rebound. That's McCain's biggest problem right now is they're trying to come back.
Which is always interesting. We have Louisville coming up against Carolina next. Cubaj, turnaround. Oh, goodness. Charlie Cream has them going into the NCAA tournament as a 6th seed, one of 7 teams in the ACC that he's projected will make it into the field.
Nice backdoor cut on the denial for Marshall.
Marshall came to play in the second half. 15 of her 16 points now have come since the break. Fletcher, as she's backing into her own bench, hits one.
Special coming up on the ACC network that I can't wait to see. Shout out to Dallin, getting it done.
Nice. Hermosa lost it. A minute to go. India Banks gets her 2nd field goal of the evening. And coming up next at the top of the hour, it is #1 Louisville taking on North Carolina. Nice, another good look. Lotman, sweet assist into Hermosa.
I said this earlier today, and I believe I said it yesterday as well. If I had to pick a coach of the year right now, it would be Nell Fortner. And as great of a job as Wes Moore has done and that Jeff Walls has done.